All the SuperGP action is proudly brought to you by Diode and their associate sponsors. Penultimate round of the Diode SuperGP Champions Trophy here at Phakisa Freeway, the capital of motorsport in South Africa, and a couple of championships could be wrapped up here today.
Clint Seller on the MyWay.co.za Yamaha going for title number 5, so if he can pull that off, it'll really be good, but he's got to try and beat the Kawasaki man in both races. Craig Calderas going past us on track now, setting his bike up very much for race pace, so I don't think Clint's going to have it all his own way, and behind them, watch out for the likes of Michael White, Adolf Bosov coming from the third row of the grid. Adolf Bosov making the move from the 600 to the 1000 for this weekend for the first time, so some very tasty riders going for that final podium.
Speaking of 600s, one of the fastest laps we've ever seen around the circuit yesterday in the qualifying coming out of Stephen Odendahl. He certainly looks like he's the man to beat and always is here. But behind him is a pack of very hungry riders. And incredibly, in the Suzuki camp, it was great to see William Friend go quicker than Blaze Baker again. So keep an eye on that one. And the juniors, we could have a championship wrapped up here as well.
Yeah, Tarek van der Merwe, very much the man to beat there, but so far in the practice sessions, the times are really close. Besides Stephen Odendahl in the 600s, but the Super Juniors in the 600s, it's going to be some really tasty racing there once again, as we've seen throughout the whole year.
Hello, my name is Tarek van der Merwe. I'm 13 years old. I come from Johannesburg, and I've been racing for a year and a half. I'm racing in the KTM Super Juniors, and I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Montega Steel, Formula One Business Systems, ETR Performance, and Evolve Racing. Also, a huge thank you for my dad for all the time and dedication he puts in, and to Uncle Paulie for always working on my bikes and making them amazing. I got involved because my brother was a 2-time SA champion, and also my dad had the passion for bikes. So when he put me on a bike at 3 years old, I instantly clicked, and then I had a bad accident and stopped for about 4 to 5 years. And then I got back on a bike in November 2015, and that's the first time I rode a bike with gears. So this is my first year of proper racing. Last year I only did 3 to 4 rounds. This is the KTM RC390. This is a 2015 model. This bike is absolutely amazing. Some people don't think so, but I think so. Also, this bike is just, the torque, everything on this bike is just amazing. The team is involving my dad and ETR Performance and Uncle Paulie. So my dad puts all this hard work and money into this, and one day we'll eventually have a full team. My hero is Sheridan Moraes because he helped me get to where I am today, put a lot of hard work and dedication into training with me, and I'd just like to thank him very much. Next year, hopefully I'm going to be racing overseas in the European Moto3, and I might be doing the SA Nationals in the 300 class. I go to a homeschooling, but I don't do it at home. I go to a centre in Glen Vista, and days that I ride, I don't go to school, and days I don't ride, I go to school. And I write exams before I ride. My dad is very strict with me getting certain marks. If I do not accomplish those marks by the end of the term, I do not get to race anymore.
In the middle of that front row, Tarek van der Merwe looking to try and beat out Tyrese Roberts and Ricardo Otto. Lights about to go out. The Evolve Racing Machine gets a fantastic start. Tyrese goes with him, tucks in behind him, and they all slot in. I think Otto might just have the advantage around the outside. He hasn't got the advantage. He's hung on to it only coming out of the second part of the lap. And as they head down towards turn 1, it looks like Tarek might have a go.
Yeah, Tarek van der Merwe doing everything he needs to. Remember, he needs to get those 5 points ahead of Ricardo Otto to take this championship this weekend. Otherwise, we're going to go down to the wire at Red Star Raceway. Van der Merwe now out front. They're going to be chopping and changing positions throughout this entire race. Unfortunately, Tyrese Robert and Coccione unable to go with our 2 leaders, and a great welcome return to Chase Holzer just behind them.
Yeah, great to have him back on the bike, and really it's going to take a while to get back up to pace, but nothing wrong with the effort that's being put in there. Heading down towards turn 2, look at this. This is great to see. The 67 coming through there like a rocket. And I think Tyrese Roberts might have his work cut out for him and might not get up onto that podium.
Great to see that speed that these little RC390s carry around Phakisa, and once again using their slipstream to full effect. Here comes Coccione, right where we expected him to be now on the podium. We've missed him out on the podium, but the checkered flag is out. It looks like Ricardo Otto has planned this to perfection and takes it just ahead of Tarek van der Merwe. In third place, it looks like it's going to be Coccione, just beating out Tyrese Roberts, so that's good for the championship. And coming into pit lane, Chase Holscher rounding out your top 5. So great welcome return there to Chase Holscher, and great to have him back and part of this championship.
Coccione on the podium as well. He's going to be stoked about that. A good ride but perfect timing coming out of Otto got him the win and got him on top of the podium.
We've had a lot of problems with the bike the last few races, and then we're trying to save money to get an overseas race. So by not racing, we want to race overseas. I just want to say thank you to God. He got me, and thank you to my family for preparing my bike and giving me all the support.
It was a good race though, but Otto deserved it and got to give it to him.
He had to work hard for it though. You did make him, I think, sweat a little bit, because in some sections you seem to have a little bit more strength than he does.
Yes, definitely.
This was one of my best races ever. It's pity like Q and Stamon can't be here helping me. But the back straight is very crucial. The slipstream, I'm very strong on the braking, so that was one of my strong points, and the corner speed. But Tarek was very strong, and that was very close race, and it was very fun for me.
Think you can get 2 out of 2 today?
I would like to just to get closer to the podium, the championship and stuff.
Tarek van der Merwe would like to wrap things up here this weekend, but not taking that first win means it might go down to the final round of Red Star Raceway. He's had some international experience heading to Sachsenring and did a great job there on a KTM 390. Let's see what he can do now in race number 2 here of our Super Juniors.
Yeah, let's see if he learned from that mistake almost that he made in race number 1, allowing Ricardo Otto to pick up the slipstream down the back straight. There's Paulie from MTech Racing. He's a good man to have in your corner. Now, another great start there from Tarek van der Merwe. Much better there from Tyrese Robert as well. And Coccioni and Holscher not too far behind. But going into turn 1, looks like it is going to be bike number 32, Tarek van der Merwe.
Still on cold tyres, so it'll be a little bit ginger through here for the first lap or so. Once those Pirellis kick in, they're going to be pushing it to the limit there. And you can see Tarek just hanging in there. Otto's on his tail. I wonder if he learned from the first one. We'll keep an eye on that one and see what happens coming into the closing stages. But it looks like Otto's going to give him a run for his money. There we go. Sneaking through the fastest part of the circuit, heading down towards Hillcorp. It's a double right-hander that they're heading to now, but it's a double right-hander off the back straight first that you got to negotiate at close to about 180 k's an hour on these 390s.
Yeah, it's flat out stuff for these 390s, so that was really brave there. Ricardo Otto also got good international experience of late. So these two really, it's all about the racecraft now. Van der Merwe tucks in right behind. Look how close. Can you get any closer? You can almost see the stitching in the matte suit there of Ricardo Otto. He's now in the slipstream. Pulls out, no doubt, lining up a move on the inside on the brakes. So these two are going to chop and change pretty much as we saw in race number 1. And it's all, there we go. Looks like Van der Merwe has actually let Ricardo Otto through here now, going onto the back straight, hoping to pick up that slipstream.
Let's see if he's able to do it now as they go down
Might
towards
be
Kilcup.
too far back.
He's a little bit far back there. Maybe he's going to hang tight for this last lap, and on the last lap have a go into the right-hand sweep and into where they're coming out of right now.
Dress
Otto
rehearsal.
looks back, just has a look and see. Here we go. They're coming out of Uncini 2, and yes, Tarek's done it. Perfect timing. He uses the slipstream and he goes past him. Now, can he hang on to it on the brakes? No, Otto comes back at him. Oh, this is super to see these two going at it.
This really is a great race. Now, I was just saying dress rehearsal. I don't think that's happening. I think they're both just trying to get out front and just get across that line first. Remember, valuable championship points here for Otto, who's lying second in the championship. Tarek van der Merwe wanted to wrap things up here this weekend, but we're definitely going to be going down to Red Star at the last race meeting of the year, and that's exactly how we like it. But at the moment, Ricardo Otto right where he wants to be. Van der Merwe cannot be leading onto the back straight because that Ricardo Otto will slipstream, and we've seen how brave he is. He's able to make that move. Another great move there. That's a hard place to pass because the undulation of the circuit really does drop down.
No, it looks like Coccioni going to try the same thing here on Tyrese Roberts, and he squeezed him out. Well, there you can see Otto looking back to see how far back Tarek is. He's not far enough, unfortunately, for Otto's liking. He's got to be a little bit further up the road if he doesn't want that slipstream effect to come into play on the back straight.
Oh, beautiful style from these RC390 riders. There's Coccioni now lining up a move on Tyrese Robert. Remember, Robert stepping up into the 600s next year. There we go. Once again, Tarek van der Merwe at the back end of the circuit. This is the back straight now, coming into Uncini, making the move. But here he is. He's letting, there we go. He lets Ricardo Otto through. This is final lap time now. So van der Merwe ideally placed to pick up that slipstream.
He pulls out of Uncini 2 and pulls up the slipstream, goes down that back straightaway and leads things out, and it's worked out to perfection. He learned from his mistake. He learned from what Otto did to him in the first race, and he's just returned the favour to him in the second race. So 1 for 1 for the two of them. Tyrese Roberts just behind Coccioni. He tried hard to get on the podium, but you can see Van is very happy with Tarek there. Super effort there from the two boys. They've really gone all out to put on a good show here. And well done to Tarek for another victory. That means we go to Red Star Raceway to wrap up this championship.
Great to see Coccioni back on the podium where he belongs. Tyrese Robert just off it, and a welcome return there to Chase Holscher. Great to see him back and in the saddle.
After one podium, it looks like it was an awesome effort. He got 2 in a row, so just bodes well for the final round at Red Star.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to get there. Thanks to all the racers for such a great race day, and I can't wait for Red Star.
Going to move up a little bit higher up, hopefully?
Yes, definitely. I love Red Star, and it's a challenging track, but I'm sure I can get up there.
Yes, Red Star, I'm hoping for the win at Red Star because the championship is still close. So I hope to win both races there to win the championship.
Definitely looking forward to Red Star. It's definitely going to be close between me, Ricardo, and Tyrese. And
Go, Tarek. Come on in here. Come here. Come here. Stand on the podium here. Get onto the step. Come here. I want to talk to you. So you've got Optimus Prime on your shirt. That means that you are a transformer, hey? Will you ever transform your support for this man? Huh? Are you going to be this man's supporter all your life?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. We know that you're a big supporter. Do you think he's got what it takes to win this championship, though? Do you think he's going to win the championship?
I am.
You are. Okay, we know you are later. Maybe not now. Awesome stuff. Good to have you here. We'll see you in Red Star, buddy.
It's nice being back. I felt good in the last race. I was closing down on Luke and Tyrese at the end. It felt very good being back on the bike, and I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad and Motula Racing for helping me this weekend.
All the Super Junior action is proudly brought to you by Deode and their associate sponsors.